Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, how are you? It's day five. It's day five.
Hello.
It's day five. What's going on? How's life? How are you guys? Let me get a look at you guys and see how you're doing. What's happening? All right. All right. Janet's ready for this. See it. There's Susie again. She's good. Marianne's up for it. All right. Look at you guys go. All right. You're in. Tanya's friends it. I see that. Okay. All right, guys. It's day five. It's day five. How are you? How are you feeling? How are you holding up? How many of you are proud of yourself for being here for all 5 days? How many of you are proud of yourself? So do me a favor, give yourself one of these. Wrap your arm around and give yourself a pat on the back and say, hey, I'm proud of myself for showing up for these 5 days. Nice job. Good job. Good work. Yeah, nice. Listen, the critic has a field day with you, right? The critic goes crazy with you. So it's also, or it's helpful to be able to be there for yourself as well. So nice work. Yeah. You don't always have to be in critic mode. Your critic doesn't always have to be the one dictating what's going on. Give yourself some grace. Nice work. Nice work. Yesterday, we talked about movement messaging, and hopefully, what you got out of it more than anything else was passion definitely um, inspires, right? And so, being passionate in your business is important. Being passionate with what you're doing is critical. And without the passion, there might not be a lot of movement. There might not be a lot of building a raving fan culture, right? So, movement messaging was important. Your ability to have passion in your business and to excite other people is critical. It's important. So hopefully you got that. We also gave you an invitation. We gave you an invitation to do more with us, to come spend more time with us, to get the things that we've been taking on into your system for good. And we gave you an invitation to join us in our 8 week academy. I said, hey, there's programs that are out there. You can one-on-one coach with me. You can do our ELP program. If you want to do those kind of things and do that kind of process, you got to set up an appointment with me, right? To talk to me about what that looks like. So we see if you're a fit for that. So I gave you my calendar to come in and schedule with me if you want to explore ELP or do something like that with us. Otherwise, the next step after this program, it's the academy. The academy, the 8 week academy is the process for you. Even if you've been in academies in the past with us, this is the next process to get you to that place where it's not just a cognitive understanding, you're actually doing it. And so the next process would definitely be the academy. And we gave you that invitation yesterday. Um, today, today, Today's about, and we did a lot. We did a lot over these last 5 days, and I'll recap some of those in a minute. But right now, I want you to look at, okay, there are, Brendan, you've talked about 5 steps to transformation, 5 steps to reset my business. You said, well, we got to say yes to, the action. We got to have the motivation or the leverage to be able to take action. We got to do it out of choice, not have to. And you said, yeah, there's this road of trials that I'm going to run into. There's going to be issues and struggles that show up along the way. Yep. Fear. And then you're going to go into this abyss where you got to look down there at your shadow and look at the scary stuff. Some of you, that's in a sense why you want to keep working with us is because you haven't dug in there far enough. You haven't searched into the abyss deep enough. And what I don't want to have happen is for you guys to go from back to the beginning, right? Here and then back to the beginning, because then that's imposter syndrome. And then we said, hey, okay. And then step 4 is creating passion and excitement and a movement in your life to move things further. But then what do you do with it? Once you've got to this beautiful place and you've taken on these 4 things, what do you do? And the key is you've got to pay it forward. Now, when I say pay it forward, step 5 could in fact be step 1. Step 5 could be step 1. In fact, it might be. In fact, I could have led with today and said, this is the first step. Ultimately, what do we do once we've got the success and we're getting all the things we want? We've got to be able to pay it forward. But what if you focused on paying it forward first? So I know I'm giving you this today as step 5, but I want you to look at it like this could have been day 1. Let's take a look at what I'm even talking about. On your worksheet, there are these things called the 6 human needs. Some of you have explored the 6 human needs with me. And some of you today is going to be the first time you actually feel it or get it. For some of you, you need another time. I don't know. For some of you, this might be the first time you've ever heard of the 6 human needs. We do what we do, don't do what we do based on these 6 human needs. So we take action or we don't take action based on these 6 human needs. And these 6 human needs, by the way, are not food, shelter, water. Okay? Those are important, but I'm guessing you all have enough food. I'm guessing you all have enough water, and I'm guessing you have shelter. Mind you wouldn't be on a phone call like this with me if you didn't have all those things. You'd be out looking for those things, right? So food, shelter, water is taken care of. This isn't Maslow's hierarchy of needs. There's a place for that. These are the 6 human needs. And if you think about on a day-to-day basis, what you do, you're attempting to meet these needs all the time. And the needs are this: certainty. That's an assurance, a security, a knowing, if you will, right? Certainty. There's variety. Variety is the newness, the difference. Any kind of new stimuli or different is variety. Anything that's not Groundhog Day, right? Variety. Although in Groundhog Day, the movie Groundhog Day, he started doing things differently, didn't he? So he gave himself variety, even Groundhog Day. The third human need is significance. Your place in the world, where you feel special, where you feel important. Significance. 4 is love and connection. Some of you settle for connection when what you really need is love, but any kind of love and connection. This can be a feeling of closeness with anyone or anything, but love and connection. And then the 2 spiritual needs. They're also part of the 6 human needs, but we call them spiritual needs because they're way beyond just the plane of humanness, if you will. And they are growth and contribution. Growth is striving for something more, moving beyond yourself, becoming a better version of you. Growth. Contribution is your ability to give, your ability to serve. Now, I want you to think in terms of your business for just a moment. And I want you to think on a scale from 0 to 10. 0 being not at all, and 10 being totally and completely. So your 0 is not, I'm not getting any of this. 10 is, I'm totally getting this. And I want you to think in terms of how these needs are being met in your business. On a scale from 0 to 10, Where are you in terms of getting certainty in your business? Certainty would be, oh my gosh, I'm getting assurance about this. I know this. I absolutely have complete certainty about my business. That's a 10. I'm getting zero certainty, none. I have no certainty in my business. I don't even know if this is the right thing to do or whether this is going to give me results, or I'm clueless about certainty. I don't even know why is this even worth it? That would be a 0. Where are you on a scale from 0 to 10? Put in the chat where you are on a scale from 0 to 10 on how much your need of certainty is being met in your business. Where are you? Put in the chat 0 to 10. And don't try to get this perfect, by the way. Okay. So you're getting 5, 7, 6, 5, 10. Laura, Paul. Okay. That's cool. Absolute total certainty 10. Candace, 8. I like it. Susie, 10. Wow. Okay. I'm seeing 10s before. 7s. Okay. We're seeing some 7s, some 5s. All right. Certainty. I'm certain about my business. It's giving me complete certainty. I know my business. That's a 10. 0 is I'm not getting any certainty. I don't know. Is this worth it? 0 to 10. How much variety are you getting on a scale from 0 to 10? 0 would be I'm not getting anything new. It's the same thing. It's Groundhog Day every day. I'm not engaging there's not any newness to it. 10 is, oh my gosh, I'm getting absolute variety everywhere. Feels new, and this feels exciting, and this feels different, and this feels, where are you from a scale from 0 to 10? And when I say variety, it's like healthy variety, not just like massive amounts of uncertainty. Yeah. All right. Wide scale here. 4, 7, 9, 2, 5, 6. All right. All right. Variety. Scale from 0 to 10. And make sure you're keeping track here, keeping track of this on your own. How about significance? Where you feel important, my place in the world. I feel so significant in my business. I just feel like it's my place. It's where I'm making such a big difference. Oh my gosh, I feel so significant. I'm on top of the world. My leadership is unlike no other 10. I'm feeling very insignificant. Like I'm not a great leader, or I'm not doing, yeah, this isn't my place in the world, or I'm a little uncertain about it. Like that's 0. 0 to 10 significance. And then love and connection. And this isn't just about your community, just so you know. This community, if I ask you community, you'd probably say a 10, right? But I want to know about how much love and connection you experience when you're doing your IPAs or your DMOs, right? How much love and connection are you experiencing then? Working your business, how much love and connection? Not just the Monday call that you do where you felt community, but on a scale from 0 to 10, are you 0? I get no love and connection at all. I'm feeling very disconnected. Or I'm a 10, it's all connection. Oh, I can't wait to connect with people every day. I'm like reaching out to people and strangers, calling and texting and emailing and messaging. And Brandon, yesterday was so fantastic talking about the messaging because I can't wait to go connect with more people about this. That's a 10. 0 to 10, where are you with connection? And then growth. Growth's a big one. How much growth are you experiencing internally? 10 would be, oh my gosh, Brandon, I'm growing every single day. My business is growing me so much. Internally, I feel like I'm better and stronger, and I'm becoming a better leader, and people are helping me just grow, grow, grow. I'm just becoming such a bigger version of myself every day. That's a 10. 0 is I have 0 growth. I'm not experiencing anything different. In fact, I feel like I'm dying inside. That's 0. How much growth? No wrong answers here, by the way. No wrong answers. No wrong answers. These are yours. Where's your level of growth? What need? 6, 7, 1? Okay. Yeah, see, this is a big deal. Viv, 3, it's a big deal. It's a massive deal. This is a spiritual need. If you got a pretty low number here, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's also a big deal if you have a high number. Yeah. Yeah. And then what's your level of contribution? Scale from 0 to 10. And when I say contribution, contribution isn't like I'm just giving everything to everybody, constantly taking care of everybody else. That's not contribution. That's obligation. So when I say contribution, it's like, I can't wait. I'm contributing. I'm breathing life into people every day. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this life I'm breathing into people and giving to them and serving them. And it's so good. 10. I don't feel like I'm really contributing much at all. I feel like I haven't impacted very many people over the last 12 months, and I'm impacting maybe a few people here or there, and that's a 0. Yeah. Where are you with contribution on a scale from 0 to 10? Remember, these are our needs. We got to have these needs met. So let me ask you, based on your numbers, this tells me how much time you're spending in your business. Because if you have 4 or more of these needs met at a 7 or higher, look down at your list. Do you have 4 or more of these needs met at a 7 or higher? If you do, I know you're probably spending quality time in your business. If you do not have 4 or more of these needs met at a 7 or higher, you're probably not spending enough quality time in your business. And you've been wondering why. Well, Brandon, you talked about the rebel and the obligation. That's probably part of it. And you talked about me, feeling some shame and some of that stuff we looked at in the abyss. That's probably part of it. But this is the nuts and bolts. If your needs aren't met, you're not going to spend time there. Just the way it is. And some of you are going, ooh, Brandon, what if my needs are met here, but my team's not? Well, your team's not going to spend time in their business. If your team, if 4 or more of their needs aren't met at a 7 or higher, they're not going to spend quality time in their business. Why? Because their needs aren't being met. How many of you have an addiction to something? Anybody have an addiction? Food, wine, Netflix, exercise, I don't know, alcohol. If you have any sort of an addiction, we're human. We all have some kind of an addiction, right? It doesn't have to be the most awful. My addiction in my 20s was alcohol and drugs. And then in my 30s, it became food. And it carried over into food in my 40s too. My addiction today is exercise, for sure. Exercise and work. I'm addicted to work too. I like to work. I love to work. I love to work. You know what? I love spending time with my kids too. I want to say that's a little bit. Is that an addiction, Brandon, or is that just something you want to do? Addiction doesn't have to be a bad thing. Something you like doing a lot of. Yeah, spending time with your grandkids, Sue. I'll bet if I went through Sue spending time with your grandkids, my guess is that they meet your needs at a 7 or higher in at least 4 of these areas. And that's why you spend time there. Viv with your family, for sure. Spending time with your family. Going on vacations with my family, my needs are met at a high level. Exercise, my needs are met at a high level. If there's something you're not engaged in, it's because your needs aren't being met at a high level, plain and simple. We don't have to go any further than this. You don't have to go, well, is it rebel brain? Is it this? It's probably a combination of a lot of those things, but your needs aren't being met at a high level. If you're not exercising, your needs aren't being met at a high level for or higher. If you're not eating healthy or not is not meeting your needs at 4 of them at a 7 or higher. If you're not spending time with your significant other, if you're not spending quality time resting and recovering, here it is. Your needs aren't being met. That's it. That's it. So you're like, well, okay. How do I get my first person that you've got to do is you've got to get your needs met at a higher level. When it comes to your business, if your business is not being met at a high level, if these needs aren't being met at 4 or more, you're not going to be engaged there. That's the work you've got to do first. You've got to get your needs met at a higher level. And that's not the easiest thing to do. I know, but you can do it. It's doable. I'll talk about that in a minute. If your needs are met at a 4 or higher, now it's time to find out if your team's needs are met at a higher level or 4 or higher level. 4 of them are met. I'm having a hard time saying that. If 4 of your needs are met at a 7 or higher, if your team isn't there, then your goal is to meet their needs. First, you got to meet your own and get your own needs met at a high level in your business. And if yours is there, now the goal is to get your teams. And you're like, Brandon, I have a team of 1. Okay. I have a team of 1,000. Okay. That's okay too. You have to sit and talk to every single person and meet their needs. But there's some important work to do here to get your needs met and to get their needs met at a higher level. So in work, for example, how could you meet the need of, let's say, variety? Let's say variety was a low number for you. You're like, Brandon, I'm not getting a lot of variety. How could you get more variety in your business so that that would grow? How could you get more variety? And how could you get your team to get more variety? Anybody have any ideas? Do a new type of event. Sandy, I like it. Yeah, yeah. For some people, it's just doing events. Like I haven't been doing events. That would bring some variety. Yeah. Sourdough parties. Yeah, those things kicked up from somewhere, right? Like salad in a jar, right? It's new type of thing. Absolutely. How else can you get the need of variety met in your business? Yeah. Yeah. How else can you get variety? What if you worked from a different place? I can tell you if I walk into this office and I do every single one of my coaching calls and everything from this office, eventually it's going to feel like Groundhog Day. Work from a different place. I have an office that I can work from. I have a home office. And then I have my car. I have coffee shops I can go work from. Get a cup of tea and have a cup of coffee, or get a cup of tea and sit and work from a coffee shop. Why would I do that? Variety. I'm consciously building my variety. Yes. How can I get more certainty in my business? Because that's what people need the most. What's taking most people's businesses down today is the lack of certainty. And you could get lots of certainty, right? Let's say, how much certainty would you have in your business if every time you went and talked to somebody, $100 bill popped out of your back pocket? Yeah, every time. Some of you are like, that'd be nice. How many people would you talk to today? Because you're guaranteed. If I said you're going to get paid $350 an hour, how many of you are like, I'm working 8 hours today? That's certainty. Do you think companies don't know this? Companies are like, let me give you this hourly wage. Let me give you this weekly wage. Let me give you this. And here's the times you work. Let me give you more certainty. Some of you just need to do a prioritizing planning session, and it'll give you more certainty. But you've been avoiding it because the rebel brain doesn't want to be controlled and told what to do. It wants to be flexible. That would create more certainty. Scheduling. Ooh, scheduling. I know I need to do that. How about you do it because it would build more certainty? Because a $100 bill is not going to pop out of your back pocket. You can imagine it does. That would create more certainty. Brandon, isn't that pretending? Maybe it's having faith. Maybe it's having faith. And I've actually had people do that before where I tell them, every time you go talk to somebody about Juice Plus, every time you go communicate Juice Plus, I want you to imagine a $100 bill popping out of your back pocket. I want you to reach back and grab it. Imagine it. It's like it gives them more certainty. It's actually kind of cool. Faith. How many of you have faith in your business? Have more faith, more certainty. How could you get more love and connection? Have more meetings, have more interactions. When you're thinking about other people and working your business, think about, I'm going to connect today. Not, I got to go work my business. I'm going to connect. I'm building my needs. There's all sorts of different ways in which you can incorporate these needs in your life. So you raise the number and in your teams. Because my guess is your team, their numbers, if they're not engaged in their business, not at the level they need to be, they probably have really low numbers. Really low numbers. And if only one needs being met, it's like you're probably not going to spend a lot of time there because we have time to do all these things. Now, watch this as well. Based on these 6 human needs, which need are you focused on meeting the most? What do I mean by that? Well, from your business, looking at it from your business standpoint, from a business standpoint, which need are you wanting to have met the most based on how you're operating in your business? And here's how that would look. So if Susie said to me, Brandon, I'm contacting people all day long. I'm calling them on the phone and I'm doing live videos and I'm texting people and I'm emailing people and I'm messaging people and I can't wait. I'm just connecting all day. I'm so excited to connect all day long. I'm reaching out to people here and I'm having lunch with people here and I'm doing a party here and I'm connecting everywhere. What need would Susie be focused on meeting the most in her business? Connection, right? If she said to me, if Susie said to me, Brandon, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to wake up in the morning and serve people. I am so excited to just contribute. I can't wait. I want to light people up today. Where can I light people up? Where can I light them up and breathe life into them and make life better? And God, what need is she focused on meeting the most? Danny, contribution. Yes. If Janet said to me, Brandon, oh my gosh, like I don't even care what happens today. Whatever happens today, I'm fine with as long as I experience some learning, as long as I'm becoming better internally. I don't even care. Maybe I get results, maybe I don't. As long as I'm building myself and better. You're getting this, Janet, right? Growth, yes. Now, if you said to me, Brandon, every day I wake up, I'm concerned about whether or not I'm a good leader and whether or not I am impacting anybody. And is this making a difference in my life? Is this really where I'm supposed to be? I'm not necessarily getting the results. Like, what am I meant for this? Am I cut out? Denny, significance. If you're spending most of your time like, oh my gosh, am I going to get results? Where do I get results? I got to get results. Are they saying yes? Are they saying no? What are they saying? How are they engaging with me? Oh my gosh, like, I don't know. Like, how many yeses am I getting to know? How many no's am I getting today? What are you focused on? Certainty. Yeah. If you're in scarcity or fear mode, that's certainty. 100%. What need are you focused on meeting the most in your business? And that will dictate whether or not you're going to be massively successful or not. Because if you're focused on certainty and significance or even variety as number one, what's going to happen? Who are you focused on? You. That's not focused on other people. That's focused on you. And you'll always suffer to some degree because you're focused on you. It's almost like you're craving survival. If your brain's in survival mode, it's probably because it's trying to meet the need of certainty or significance, or maybe even variety. And that's its number one focus. So, Brandon, what do you think my number one focus should be? Well, imagine if you woke up every day and you were focused on contributing. Who are you focused on then? Others? Maybe it's we. But if you could wake up every day and say, where could I contribute? Imagine that, where that would take you. Because here's what I do know. A matter of fact, share with you. Let's see. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so here we go. Here's your worksheet. But if we look at the 6 human needs, I put these up like a dartboard for a reason. When you're aiming, let's say you're aiming for certainty. I'm trying to hit certainty with the dart and I shoot and I miss. You miss the whole board. No needs get met. But let's say you're here focused on contribution. I gotta focus on contribution. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. And I miss contribution. What do you hit? Another need. When you're focused on contribution, almost all of your other needs just get met just because. Just because. Just because. It's really powerful. It's really powerful. So powerful. So powerful. So powerful. 6 human needs. They're so powerful. They're intense. 6 human needs. I want you to think for just a minute. In fact, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to think about what are the top 2 needs you're meeting in your business. What top 2 needs are you focused on meeting? What are they? Anybody want to share? You've been through this process a few times, some of you. What are the top 2 needs you're focused on meeting? I'm going to have you guys share for just a minute. I got to take just a little break. 1 second. I'll be right back.
Hey guys, we can talk amongst ourselves, I think. If anybody wants to share, I know for me, contribution and love and connection. And it is really rewarding, even in tough times.
Yeah, Dr. Corson, I agree so much too. And I think right now for me, it's growth and contribution. But the love and connection is all like part of that in contributing. But yeah, I am really enjoying this and looking forward to more growth also. Anyone else?
I'll go, you guys. This is Doreen. For me, I've been really working on growth of myself and things that I need to learn. And love and connection is just the top of my literally it's who I am. It's my being. So growth and love and connection for me.
Yeah, for Laura and I were thinking about growth and contribution as well. I mean, as far as the sense of urgency to help other people, that's got to be the contribution part. And growth, we wouldn't be on Brandon's meetings if we weren't looking towards growth. So yeah, those growth and contribution as well.
Growth is definitely for me, that's main for me, because I've been working on that this year, so glad to be here.
All right. I hope you guys are sharing. Sorry, I want to be vulnerable. I was going to pee my pants. I had to go to the bathroom.
We certainly understand. I think that's disease prevention, Brandon.
I forgot to go to the bathroom earlier. I'm like, talk about being busy. I was going from appointment to appointment, but yeah, I was going to be
intuitive.
I needed to go to the bathroom. Okay. 6 human needs. And hopefully I heard some people talking. I heard Paul talking and Candace talking, and these guys have been through this a few times. Some of you have been through this a few times with me. And it's like, do you still wake up, or do you get frustrated with yourself because you're not in contribution? And I get frustrated with myself all the time because I'm waking up and I'm going, I need certainty in my business, or I need certainty in my relationship, or I need significance. Where's my place? And I forget that, oh yeah, contribution's key. Or am I focused on growth? Think about what your business would look like today if you woke up and went, how am I going to grow today? What's my best way for me to grow today? Is that different than, I wonder if I'll get any results today? Different approaches? Or, I can't wait to breathe some life into people today. Where can I show up and help people? Versus, I don't know if people are going to say yes or no today. I wonder if I'll be able to show up big and if people are going to like me or not like me. People are going to like what I do or not like what I do. Is there going to be a difference in what you focus on? Is there going to be a difference in your physiology? Is there going to be a difference in your language? And the answer is yes, 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 and yes. So can you wake up today and go, how can I focus on contribution? How can I get really clear about how I'm growing? Conscious decision. And absolutely you can. Now, I don't want you to go into shame if you wake up and go, my focus is on certainty, but the truth will set you free. Most people, when I ask when I ask them, what two needs are you focused on having met the most? People tell me growth, contribution, love, and connection. One of those combinations. Yeah. I'm seeing some of you wrote those things. That's what most people tell me. And they're not being honest with themselves. It's just not. It's what we want to focus on. It's what we need. It's what we need to focus on. It's what we're wanting more in our life. But based on how you're operating, what two needs are you focused on? And 95% of the population is focused on significance and certainty. And it's just the facts. It's not to beat you down. I don't want you going to shame about it. It's just the facts. People need certainty in their business and significance. And because of those two things, they're not being successful in their business. Because that's their focus. Where am I significant? Where's my place in this? How can I feel powerful in this? And I know you're all altruistic. I know you're all doing it to impact others. But the day-to-day operation of your business, where do I get results? How can I get results? How can I get people to say yes? How can I make a bigger impact? How can I go on social media? And what if I go on social media and I look like this? And that's all significance and certainty. The truth will set you free here. So don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Whatever you're focused on having met the most are going to have the biggest impact in your business. And if it's significance and certainty, it's about you. I know most of you, your hearts aren't there. Your hearts are absolutely to serve other people. I know that. I know that. But it takes repetition to get into contribution. It takes a mental repetition to get into contribution. It takes mental repetition to get into where your number one focus is not certainty, because survival brain will go to certainty and significance every time. So you're not bad, but when you start throwing these things out, make sure you know for sure, because I hear people all the time say it's contribution, Brandon. And then I'm like, what's getting in the way in your business? And you're like, wow, I'm not getting results. And every day I'm looking for people to say yes, and they're avoiding and they're not showing up when they say they're going to, and my team's not doing this and this and this. Think about all the things that frustrate you on a daily basis. And if you go, Brandon, there's not much, then I'm like, yeah, you're probably in contribution. If you're like, here's all the stuff that's frustrating me, it's all stuff that's built around certainty and significance. And as long as you're there, you'll always suffer in your business. It's part of the deal. It takes time, it takes effort. But based on how you're showing up, be honest with yourself. Think about it. And let me ask you, what if you change this up? What if you made one of these other needs the most important thing? What would life look like? What if you made variety more important? How would life look different? How would you approach things? What if you made growth more important? How would it look different? What if you made contribution more important? Something other than significance or certainty, because that's what's going to. But again, 95% of the people I talk to, 95% of the Juice Plus partners I talk to, significance and certainty are their top two needs. And that's what's messing with their business more than anything else. They want to be altruistic. Everybody wants to be altruistic and they want to make it about, and you are, and you care about others, but contribution is not the need you're focused on meeting. It's different. It's what you want. It's what you'd like to be focused on, but you're not, because survival brain is taking charge. Does this make sense? So listen, guys, oh my gosh, like 6 human needs and focusing on the 6 human needs. It's a lot. Yesterday, movement messaging, having passion. You mean, Brandon, let me see, let me get this right, Brandon. I got to focus on contribution and be really in contribution and really be in growth for my business to soar. I got to be focused there. I've got to have a lot of passion in my business and have messaging to deliver to people that's going to move them. I've got to be able to take on my own shame and my perfection and scarcity in order to be more of a magnet for people. I got to make sure I'm the buffalo and I'm looking at fear and welcoming fear and saying yes. And I got to be able to have the leverage every day to motivate myself to take action, and I can't do it out of obligation. That's a lot of stuff. And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. I'm not asking you to be perfect, but I am telling you that if you want to be massively successful in your business, getting really, really good at these 5 things is absolutely critical. Getting good at these 5 things is critical. It is. And I recognize that there are 3 key things that will help you get really, really good at this. There are 3 key things, and they're not going to sell you a book. This book will not get sold, because the three key things are this: the activity, the exercises, the accountability, being held accountable for it, and repetition. Those are the 3 things. That's what's going to get you to the emotional mastery. That's what's going to move you beyond just, I know it. I feel it, I experience it, and I do it. And so I know this. And I know repetition is the mother of all skill. And I know being held accountable is critical, because we never hold ourselves as accountable. We'll criticize ourselves more than anybody else, but we won't hold ourselves accountable, because rebel brain will show up. and to be able to get the exercises and activities so they're in front of you there. I know you just don't put them in front of you unless there's massive pain. If there's such massive pain, you'll do anything to make a change, then it's in front of you. But unless it's in front of you all the time, the change doesn't take place. That's why I tell you to come be part of something more with us. That's why I tell you the academy is the next thing for you. Let's keep it in front of you for 8 weeks. Otherwise, how many of you are a little bit concerned that Monday you wake up and you fall into old habits? You're human. You're going to. I know it. I know it. I do it. If it's not in front of me, if it's not there, if somebody's not holding me accountable, if I'm not getting the exercises in front of me, I'm going to slip back into old habits, old patterns. Why? Because I'm human. I need ongoing tools. So do I want you guys with us ongoing? Absolutely. I know your brain needs it. Because all of our brains need it. It's why you can read a self-help book and it doesn't have all this magic that happens. It doesn't give you the repetition. It doesn't give you the accountability. It's a book. And it doesn't give you the exercises. It's passively reading. In our academy, we don't do anything passive. It's very active. We give you the exercises and tools to keep moving and moving and moving. So I know you can slip back into old patterns. I know you can slip back into old, you're going to, because you're human. But getting ongoing tools, that's critical. Getting ongoing tools to move you forward, to move you forward, to move you forward. Ongoing tools that's critical. It's critical. So I would ask you, what's your plan? Because you got to have some sort of a plan. There's got to be some plan in place that says, here's what I'm moving towards. I'm moving towards this. And some of you are joining us in ELP. Awesome. Some of you are joining us in the NMD mastermind for the next year. Awesome. Some of you, it's time to get into something. And if I'm not the one to do it, find someone to. But someone that's going to help you engage in continuing your plan so you don't just stop. So how would it be to get out of obligation and do things because you want to, get to, and choose to? Because you got this ongoing support to do it. How would it be to welcome fear instead of letting it shut you down? How would it be to get out of shame and perfection and being willing to look into those dark places with somebody else looking there with you? How would it be to get passion and excitement and to be able to build a movement so you build a raving fan culture? And how would it be to focus on contribution and growth daily instead of certainty and significance? So you attract the raving fan culture. Let us help you. Let us help you beyond today. Let us help you beyond what you're doing today. And listen, there's a slew of people here. I mean, how many of you have had a massive impact with our academy? I mean, there's Sandy and Pamelia and Laura and Paul and Denny and, oh my gosh, you got Doreen's out there. And who else is out there that's had massive impact from our academies? Candace is out there. Oh my gosh, like there's so many people that we could pull in right now and say, hey guys, what is the benefit from this? How are you going to massively benefit? Yesterday in the VIP lab, you guys heard from Sarah and who else did you hear from? Sarah and I think it was Abby came in, and Sandy came in, and they told you, gosh, yeah, here's my business is doing the best it's ever done this month. Like, if you're thinking about doing this, like these are all the people who have done it before you. If you've done an academy with us in the past, you remember how big it was and how much it helped you. Like, this academy is the next step for you. This is it. This is it. And these guys will tell you, they'll tell you the benefits of it. And if you've been through it, you knew, oh my gosh, I was doing so much during that time. And then maybe I stopped doing things. So maybe it's time for your next academy. But I'm going to give you an invitation. And I want you to think from a place of abundance and not scarcity. Now, we're going to do a couple of things. We're having a bonus day tomorrow. Saturday, bonus day. So just 1 hour tomorrow. We're not doing the VIP lab tomorrow, but we are going to do a bonus day. So everybody tomorrow, here's what I'm going to go through. I'm going to give you some content. I'm also going to do some giveaways. I want to do some giveaways tomorrow because I didn't do any giveaways these 5 days, but I'll do it tomorrow. Giveaways, you must be present to win, just so you know. But I'm going to do some giveaways, but also tomorrow, I'm going to give you the tools to break down the 5 biggest objections that you're going to get in your business. What are the 5 objections you're going to get in your business above every objection out there, and how to overcome it in 2024? Not the 1971 version of overcoming objections. Not, I say, grandma's drapes. We're not using grandma's drapes. You wouldn't hang grandma's drapes up in your house today. So we're not going to learn how to do the 1984 version of overcoming objections. How do you overcome these 5 key objections? What are they and how you overcome them in 2024? We're going to go through those tomorrow as a bonus day, bonus Saturday, same time, same day. And then I'm going to do a bunch of giveaways. But today, I want you to seriously think about, maybe even feel about, from a place of abundance. And if it sounds like I'm trying to sell you, I am. Because I know the impact you're going to have when you do the academy. I know how it's going to change your business. I know how it's going to change your life. It's like if you were telling me how incredible this product was and how amazing the business, do you believe it? Do you know when people do this that they make changes? They sleep. I sleep better with this product. I exercise better. I recover better. Like big time. I was looking for the recovery forever in my life and my exercise. Where's the recovery? It's right here. The recovery is here. Like, as I consider myself an athlete, even though I only work out 30 to 45 minutes a day, I work out every single day. Do you believe in this? Are you sold on this? That's how much I know when you come join us in the 8 weeks, that you're going to have no more obligation. You're going to start choosing things. You're going to handle situations in life way differently. Your stress levels are going to drop dramatically. Your relationships are going to get better everywhere, including with yourself. So if it sounds like I'm trying to get you to do this, I am. Because I know the impact it's going to have. You guys know my heart. Most of you know my heart by now. But come join us in this. Come join us in the academy. It is absolutely groundbreaking. And again, if some of you are like, hey, Brandon, I'm already doing stuff with you. Yes, the academy then is not for you. If you're in ELP and doing ELP with us, that's your path. If it's the 12-month mastermind, NMD mastermind, that's your path. You're in the right place. So some of you are like, oh, do I do the academy too? No, I don't want you to do all both right now. It's too much. It's overwhelming. But if you're not doing one of those 2 things with us, the academy is your next step. And this might be your second academy, or third or fourth. You heard from Sarah yesterday. She said, done 3 academies. It's like every time my business grows, every time I get better. So this academy is your next step. Let me share with you, because yesterday, I guess, I probably wasn't crystal clear on everything, but I want to show you everything is here. That link, jpresetacademy.brandonbarbercoaching.com. All the details are there. Everything you need to know about it. It's all there. But let me walk through it with you real quick, just to make sure you're clear what this whole process looks like. Well, let me do this in the Facebook group too, for those of you out in Facebook world. Put the link here. Okay, there's the link. But if we look at this, Here's the process and here's what's involved. One seat in our Reset Academy. It's a $15,000 value, and that's no joke. This is done with you, not for you. This is done with you. You're not up, it's not up to you to do it all by yourself. This is done with you. With you. This is a do it with you program. We're going to do 8 weekly group Zoom calls. 8 weekly group Zoom calls where we're going to dig deeper into all of these areas, further exercises that I'm going to actually give you that you're going to do with each other, intense work that you're going to do together. We're going to do this as a group to get to that next level. So you level up in your business. So you grow more income, more passion, more excitement. You start coming from a place of contribution. Your mindset is handled in these 8 weeks, and we do it together. This is an interactive process. Then I'm going to get 5 laser intensives. So over these 8 weeks, you're going to get the laser intensives are what we did in the VIP lab. So that's that one-on-one coaching. So you're going to be able to go and get hot seated in 5 different laser intensives, 5 different calls. You're going to be able to get hot seated, or you're going to be watching people get hot seated. And how much did you guys learn when other people were being hot seated? Was that very helpful? That was impactful. We're going to do 5 of those laser intensives. You guys are going to get 5 of them. You're going to watch how to coach other people. You're going to learn from me, from coaching people for 25 years, how to coach more effectively. Then you're going to get a ticket to what I think is the most, oh my gosh, our academies, guys, the virtual events are just massive. This isn't a bonus. This is part of your academy. Part of the Reset Academy is coming and attending February 29th to March 2nd, a live in-person event. Everything's recorded, so you'll have the recordings, but this is coming and getting immersed while you're going through your academy. Here's what I see. I see so many people growing so much through these immersion events, and the people who grow the most are the ones that are doing it in their academies, as part of their academies, instead of doing it like after or down the road or all by itself. So this solidifies the academy even more and makes you grow even more. You're going to get access to all of our videos and libraries forever. So in other words, we don't just give them to you for these 8 weeks. You get access to our vault forever. So you can work on this at a slower pace if you want, or come back to them and watch them. Recordings are all there. All the recordings are available. And then they're all in one place, in one little member hub. So you can get all the details in one place. You don't have to go shopping around for everything. So everything we have here is valued at 15 grand. It's no joke. It's the real deal. Or you can make payments, 4 payments at $299. If financial stuff is coming up and you need to work around those things, email me. Ask me questions. I've worked with almost everybody who's ever asked me, Brandon, can I do it this way? Or can the financial thing look like this? Or like, hey, ask me. Ask me. We'll work it out. I don't want your current financial situation to dictate your financial future, for sure. And again, for some of you, the reason that you can't do it is the reason you must. Financial, time. People are always like, when is it? Does it matter? Well, I got to be there. Just be there. Well, if it's on Mondays, I'm okay. What? You just be there. You show up. It shouldn't even matter when it is. Now we give you all the details about when. But how about you just make it? How about you make it work? How about you look at abundance and go, what it takes, I got to make it work. I got to make my business soar. I got to make my personal life soar. I'm going to do this. Does it matter when it is? Do you need to ask for support from people? I know people that are going, oh, I work during the day, Brandon. I can't do it at that time. And I'm like, have you asked them for support? Like, no, go ask them for support. I've had people that have went and asked their jobs for support doing a self-development program, and they go, how much is the program? And they tell them, and they go, I'll tell you what, we'll pay for it. I had a woman do that. This is like a year ago. It's like, Brandon, I went and asked them for support, and they're paying for it. I'm like, interesting. She goes, I'm doing this because of my Juice Plus business, and it's my JOB. I go, well, it's going to make you a better employee. Yeah. So ask for support. And then we give you bonuses. Now, these bonuses are only available to you if you register by Sunday at midnight. Why are we doing that? We're trying to get you to take action, to make decisions. Making decisions are critical. Some of you don't make decisions. And you don't get what you want. So we're coaxing your brain into making decisions. And if the decision's no, great. If the decision's yes, even better. But make a decision by Sunday at midnight to get these bonuses. All the recordings of this whole challenge and the workbook. A coaching prep call, and you're going to get to take our assessment ahead of time. So you're going to find out what advice your brain's giving you, the good and bad advice, and we're going to go through it in detail to figure out what advice your brain's giving you, which is critical. You're going to get Mindset Monday. This alone is worth it. Those of you that attend Mindset Monday, every Monday, a 30-minute segment where we give you just a breakdown of a small little detail and then give you the worksheet and the tools to work on it that week. What a great way to start Mondays. This alone creates breakthrough for people. And then you're going to have access to Michelle and I for the next 8 weeks. This is 24/7 access. It doesn't mean we respond to you at 3 a.m, but you text us, Voxer, email, personal questions, and we answer them. We help you. We get back to you. I actually respond to you. I am your personal coach for the next 8 weeks. That's a pretty big value. And we do it all for $997. It's a no-brainer. Or you can make payments. So this is the Academy. All the details are at jpresetacademy.brandonbarbercoaching.com. Guys, I'm going to tell you, have a plan. The thing I see most people leave something like this, if this has impacted you, if you've seen that this is like a little bit different shift in things that you haven't normally, you've done more in these 5 days than you've done in 5 months or 5 weeks. It's like, oh, there may be something happening here. Yes, you're taking action. You're doing something different. You're resetting your brain. Don't stop now. Let's continue. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Everything's recorded. If you miss some of them, you miss some of them. Everything's recorded. You have questions, email us there for sure. And let's see, you guys got the link. Okay, so tomorrow, bonus day, make sure you're here. We're giving a bunch of stuff away, and we're going through the 5 objections, which is big. So that's tomorrow. Saturday, bonus Saturday. Must be present to win. Make sure we're clear about that. We're going to be doing some giveaways. And then 5 objections we're going to go through in detail today. Today, I want you to think about, what are my top 2 human needs? And how is that messing with my business? What are my top 2 human needs that I'm focused on based on how I'm operating? Not based on what I want, based on how I'm operating. And how's that messing with things? That's what I want you to focus on. And you might even go live in the Facebook group and tell us about it. Okay? And then tomorrow we'll dig into these 5 objections and how to overcome them. Tomorrow I'm going to give you some intrinsic validation tools. Some of you know the value of intrinsic validation. Oh my gosh. You start talking to people like this, watch out, right? You get more cooperation and productivity. So we're going to dig into that tomorrow. And then the rest of you, I will see in 2 minutes. 2 minutes in the VIP lab. Have a good day, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.